Yeah, hi everyone. Am I audible? Yeah, so my name is Ntwanano Rikhotso. I'm from SNR Solutions, which I can probably explain later on. And some brief background. Actually, the former GDSC Lead at Wits University, where we were basically the first community to be formed there. So I'll basically be taking you through kind of an imagination land where we try to answer this question to say, is a 10x developer kind of real or is it a myth? And a good starting point would be, do you guys believe in superheroes? Yeah, so I think all of us at some point in our lives did believe that superheroes are real and they actually wanted to be one. But I was kind of a little bit different. I was a big fan of the series Dragon Ball Z, and at some point I actually wanted to turn into a Super Saiyan. And since I grew up in the time of Google, I actually did any young person would actually do. Went to Google and tried to find out how can I turn into a Super Saiyan. They actually quite a lot of videos out there that actually shows you how to turn into a Super Saiyan. But then as developers, we basically have a unique kind of hero, a 10x developer. So from the get-go, when I basically started coding, like I would assume most developers, I was fascinated about the idea of a 10x developer. And ever since then, I've been trying to be one, and of course, you know that Stack Overflow is the only way to do it. Now, as any young person, you basically go online and try to find out how to become a 10x developer. And these are some of the answers that I found. And then, okay, funny enough, I reached out to over, I think, 180 people trying to kind of help me answer the question. I did try to reach out to some of you, Jessica, to basically help me answer the question to say, what is a 10x developer? And some of the answers that I basically got was someone who can basically solve any problem. This is very important to note, and please keep it in mind. And a second answer that basically fascinated me was someone with loads of experience developing software. Please keep this in mind. Yeah, and then this is the funny one. So it said that a 10x developer is basically someone who can build their own compiler in JavaScript. And then funny enough, I was actually part of the BBD camp at some point, and we were supposed to build a game, and this guy actually built his own compiler. Like, I wished him. And from the interviews that I was basically conducting with people and asking the questions, and one of the questions was that, can you kindly rate yourself between 1 and a 10? Where do you think you basically fall? And we can basically see that a whole bunch of people actually noted themselves as 8x developer, and another vast majority actually noted themselves as either a 3x or a 1x developer, and I was actually one of them there. Now, what's the meaning of this? Are 10x developers basically, what is this? Is it a myth? Is it something that is real? And from the conversations that I continue to have with people, and something that I actually noted yesterday when we were basically having dinner late at night, and when I asked the question to say, is a 10x developer kind of real? And these are some of the, this were some of the answers that I basically got. Was to say, a 10x developer is someone who basically never stops learning. I think we all know that our field is continuously kind of improving and kind of evolving. So being a 10x developer simply means that you're basically someone who never stops learning. Someone who's a team player. And one of the speakers later on actually said that to me yesterday, and he was basically saying that team effort is basically way, way better than individual effort. So basically, if I bring one a 1.01 and then you actually do the same, we can actually do a whole lot as a team. And this was one of the definitions that I basically found online, but then I actually had a problem with it. Was to say a 10x developer or an engineer is basically a professional who's 10 times more productive. But then in reality, is that possible? Let's proceed. Now, my question is not fully answered, so I must believe that one day I'll basically find the answer to the question, and it's a continuous project that I basically want to keep on doing and basically answer the question, is a 10x developer kind of real? And that brings my presentation to an end. Once again, I am Ntwanano Rikhotso. I'm from SNR Solutions, and I'm an engineer at AWS. And yeah, thanks guys.